If you're in rural healthcare, you might have heard of the $50 billion federal rural health transformation program. Well, today I'm asking, could Republican lawmakers reject some of these funds in red states? This is coming out of South Dakota. Lawmakers worry about feasibility, sustainability of rural health transformation program. I want to draw your attention to some comments that state senators in South Dakota have been making about the program. You can see one here. Senator Taffy Howard. It's a matter of if this is something taxpayer dollars should be spent on. If it's not, then it's our job to deny authority. Now, hopefully, if you're in a red state, you're not quaking in your boots at this news, because I think it's going to be very, very unlikely that lawmakers will block these funds. And I'm going to give you a few reasons why you shouldn't be concerned. Firstly, it's federal money, so they're not going to have to justify this to the local taxpayers. And the net benefit to the state is clear. When it comes to rural communities, having this money or not could be the difference between, in this state at least, almost $200 million of investment into rural healthcare. And I don't think it's very politically advantageous or tenable for lawmakers to, in majority, deny that. They're going to have to take that to their electorate and explain it. Also, this type of scrutiny is normal, particularly from more Republican or fiscally conservative lawmakers, that they want to review things. They want to understand the consequences of funding on a sustainable basis, and they want small government. They don't want to, as they would say, waste taxpayers' money. In my opinion, this is not a waste. This is take all the money you can get, try and get more. But it's an expected reaction, I think, where to their constituents, again, they have to show that they're being financially responsible. But I think it opens a broader question on where are these funds going and who decides who gets the funds, and can these funds be used in the best way? Because the administration is all against waste, fraud, and abuse, but the way that this program is being rushed out is opening it up to quite a lot of potential waste. So year one funds have to be spent by October 2027. Now, you might think, okay, they've got, over a year, 9 months to do that. But $280 million, like spreading that amongst different providers in such a short period of time, isn't unusual. But I think in rural healthcare, this type of money doesn't come in. This hasn't really been done before or in the same way. So implementing this program, it's going to be rushed out. It's going to go to bigger systems, I feel. It's going to, a lot of the money go to bigger technology companies or consultancies that are going to take their slice of the funds at the top. I want to raise, nothing's perfect, so that's fine, but I want to raise a few other ones. North Carolina, lawmakers are clashing over who's getting the funds. In Georgia, there's questions on how this can actually go to rural communities and not be put into urban systems, which would maybe have a rural footprint. And if you really want to understand what your state's doing, well, go onto their application. Every state, I think, has released their application to the fund. So you can come in and see how they expect money to be spread out. But if you're in South Dakota, I do recommend you follow this story. But again, don't worry too much. I think this is expected and normal from state legislatures. They're going to debate issues. But that quote on denying authority, I don't see that happening. If it did, I'll be the first to tell you about it. So keep on top of this. If you're in rural health, certainly interesting times, and I'll see you on the next one.